Stop 31 of the Sunoco Cup Series comes back to Talladega Superspeedway for the DieHard 500. It'll be 19 laps around the fastest tri-oval in the series. On the pole at 195.146 miles an hour was J.G. Norin, who actually poled at the Aaron's 4099 race that we held here early on this year, so he'll actually sweep the pole situation there. Let's see if he can finally get a win. On the outside will be John Douglas, who started off with a very good showing at Dover, but then tapered off and had not fared well afterwards. Row number 2 will be Daniel Schwab, the winner at the Mountain Dew Southern 500. On the outside will be Chantelli Barr, who's right now battling for points, as she's second in the points. Row 3 will be Sasha Dawson and Megan Yee. Sasha was the winner at Martinsville. Megan Yee, two-time winner at Indy and the first Bristol race. Row number 4 will be Joel Qualls and Paige Johnson, the pole sitter at Rockingham. Row 5 will be Trey Campbell and James Qualls, a two-time winner now with one of his better showings. Kathy Cantar and Ryan Cooper, the winner of both New Hampshire races, will make row number 6. Row 7 will be Ray Castor, who came close to winning our last event at Dover, and Austin Hughes, the pole sitter at California, will be on the outside.
Drivers, start your engine.
Row 8 will be Zach Carlson, our most recent winner, Jackie Qualls, who won her second win of the season at Dover. Row number 9 will be Jake Cole, the pole sitter at Darlington's Heinz 400 earlier this year, and Skyland Carlson, the California winner. John Dawson and Stephanie Naylor will make row number 10. Row 11 will be Haley Summerfield, the pole sitter at Atlanta, and Alex Filter. Row number 12 will be Alexander Dawson, our points leader, and Jamie Banks, the winner at Atlanta. Row number 13 will be Ryan Acosta and Tim Fiegel, a two-time winner, won the most recent Richmond event and the Daytona 500. Row number 14 will be Connor Breton, the pole sitter at Richmond, and Dylan Hughes, a two-time winner. Johnny Gardner and Eric Matthews will make row number 15. Both of them have won this year. Johnny won at Texas, and Eric Matthews won twice this year, including Charlotte and Sonoma. Keon Shaw, our winner right here at the Aaron's 499, and Josh Osborne will make row 16. Chris Dollarton and Aaron Reed, the Riverside Ritter, will make row 17. Colin Cropley and Dylan Poteet will make row 18. Colin Cropley had a very solid showing at Dover as well. Alyssa Kondo and Tim Walsh will make row number 19. John Acosta, the winner of the Bristol night race, and Michael Dawson, the Richmond first one winner, make row 20. And Vanessa Franzen, a two-time winner, and Liam Campbell will tail the field. So that's your starting grid. 19 laps around the world's fastest tri-oval. This is that racing where you'll see a bunch of stuff happen, and don't pencil in your winners until we get to the checkered flag. J.G. Norin, who pole sitted here, the Aaron's 499, did not have a very good faring finish as we finished that race under yellow. Ironically, our leader of that race was Trey Campbell, Johnny Gardner, who ended up wrecking, and actually Keon Shaw got the victory to the yellow. Actually, he wrecked going into the coming out of the tri-oval, but this time let's see if anything's going to change. Green flag getting set to fly for the field. It will be J.G. Norin and John Douglas leading the field, and there are going to be a lot of swapping positions 5 times or so during a lap. Believe me when I tell you. How about Stephanie Naylor way high up there? As they come on out, as I told you, Daniel Schwab's going to be one not to play around. He's going to try to make a move. Same with Zach Carlson. James Qualls apparently up on the high side of things. Same with Paige Johnson. Right now your leader is Daniel Schwab. Joel Qualls, right now his best start this season. So, can he have a turnaround? Same with Kathy Cantor, who DNQ'd twice this year, dropped out of the top 20 with that. Ryan Cooper won twice this year. Actually 3 times, including twice at New Hampshire, winning both New Hampshire events. They all swap at positions. We've got a couple situations where they're 3-4 abreast almost, but they're holding their own. Leader thus far, Joel Qualls, but here comes Kathy Cantara to try to make a challenge and take that lap. As the finish line comes out of the tri-oval, with Kathy Cantara leading, but here comes Ryan Cooper again. Don't pencil in your winner, don't pick your winners yet until we get to the white flag. And we still got a long way to go. We still got roughly 15 laps before you can call it. There's your points leader, Alexander Dawson. Now he's starting to make a move. John Dawson, how about that? He's now on there. The inside, Jake Cole in the middle, who DNQ'd at Dover. But now it's going to be John Dawson leading. John Dawson, there was a very unfortunate circumstance for John and Sasha, as they both, there was a yellow, they both got to the line first and second, and then they hit Keon Shaw and knocked them all out of the race. It was unheard of. Connor Breton, another guy who DNQ'd at Dover, who posted at Richmond, he's now in the 3rd spot. Again, you could be anybody from the Dawsons up front and Ryan Acosta and Connor Breton, or be or be whoever's in the back, like Dylan Poteet and Colin Cropley and James Qualls, or Skyland Carlson, I'll say that. You could still win this race. Battling going on here. You can see the leader is now Alexander Dawson. There's Keon Shaw, the winner of Aaron's 499 in the first race. Ironically, right behind the same guy who actually wrecked in front of him, and he actually took the race from. And that was Johnny Gardner, who's going to pass John Acosta. Keon Shaw right there. I know if I'm Johnny Gardner, I would not forget what Keon Shaw did to me, basically costing me the race the last time we were here. There's Megan Yee again. Megan Yee has been really consistent recently. What's going on back here? Look like we saw a 4 abreast situation there almost. Not really. They are starting to get a little bungled up right here, it looked like. I couldn't see what was going on. Almost looked like we had some 4 wide racing going on, but not yet. Josh Osborne's starting to move up the field a little bit. I see Josh Osborne following Aaron Reed. There's Vanessa Franzen. There's your beer car contention again. As you see, Vanessa Franzen, the 2 Miller cars, John Acosta, who's been really consistent recently, Colin Cropley, and Vanessa Franzen. So, that's a little interesting to see. Tim Walsh down there with the Levi Garrett Lumina, starting to make a move. As he'll get into the mix for a little bit. Aaron Reed, same thing. Josh Osborne, Joel Qualls, who has a clearly very consistent car today, who's been struggling, so let's see what they can pull out now. Aaron Reed's going to try to make a move on Tim Walsh to help Josh Osborne. There's Zach Carlson going for the 5th spot on Chris Dollarton. Dylan Poteet moving down the inside of Johnny Gardner. Middle of the field. Here's Josh Osborne going to try to make a challenge on Aaron Reed. Again, it's still anybody's race. You can see Dylan Poteet starting to move up the field little by little. Talk about someone who's long overdue. That's that number 7 Hooters Ford. There's a lot of drivers who are overdue here in the Sunoco Cup Series. who have not been able to garner success that they've had success in other series. Whether it be the Pepsi Racing Series, the Mountain Dew Series, the Castro GTX Cup, or the Mopar Nationwide Series. How about a fanning out there a little bit we saw with Dylan Pote and Josh Osborne and Aaron Reed. Michael Dawson leads. Here's Skyland Carlson going to the inside of Jamie Banks. Same with Liam Campbell, Eric Matthews, Tim Walsh biding his time. This time by it'll be 10 laps to go. There's the Hughes family, father and son, Dylan and Austin. Right there you see Josh Osborne moving in right behind him. Jay Gianorn, our pole sitter, right there in front of Sasha Dawson. He's starting to make a move behind Ray Castor, who's trying to get in the points battle, but it's now Tim Fiegel leading, but here comes Ray Castor with the help of Jay Gianorn. Now it's 10 laps to go. Gianorn's going to make a move to the inside. Our pole sitter is going to try to challenge. Sasha Dawson helping with the Hughes family, son and pops right behind. And Josh Osborne right behind them. This time by it'll be 9 laps to go as now things start to shake up. Sasha Dawson with the help of Dylan Hughes getting on by. Still anybody's race. As long as there's no yellows, it's anybody's race to the checkered flag. Paige Johnson starting to make a move up as now she's gotten into the mix too. There's James Qualls right there behind the 33 Skull Bandit Olds of Trey Campbell. James is starting to make a move a little bit. There's Alex Filter, number 17 Tide Lumina, trying to hold his own behind Sasha Dawson. Dylan Hughes going up high, letting Austin Hughes take the lead, with Paige Johnson passing Josh Osborne, nosing her out for the second spot. Now Paige is going to go for the number 1 spot. We have 8 laps to go still, so it's still anybody's race. It's now the inside freight train moving in. James calls Colin Cropley. James calls Ryan Cooper. Aaron Reed. John Douglas. Starting to make a move. Trey Campbell as well in the mix. Jake Cole. Daniel Schwab. How about Chantelli Barr right now, the rear of the field? That's not going to be good for Chantel. It's still J. Cole leading, but here comes Trey Campbell with the help of James Qualls. Right now, 3rd in the points. Ryan Cooper following suit. John Douglas and Aaron Reed, same thing. Daniel Schwab, same thing. Now James Qualls going to make a move on Trey Campbell. Let's see what Ryan Cooper does. This time by it'll be 6 laps to go for the field. James Qualls has got the lead. Let's see if he'll rebound and try to get another win. He has struggled since he won his 2nd race of the season at the first Pocono event. We saw his teammate Jackie Qualls win the last event. They also had a good top 5 finish for both of them in Indy. Aaron Reed now leads. But there's Daniel Schwab now with the help of Paige Johnson. Daniel Schwab was our winner at the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Five laps to go this time by. They come on by, 5 laps to go for the field. Haley Summerfield right there. How about that? Right now, last in the points. She's looking to try to bounce back. She's looking to try to make a move. Megan Yee's now going into the third spot with the help of Chris Dollarton. There's Dylan Poteet again. See with Stephanie Naylor. Colin Cropley right behind Stephanie. 3 abreast racing for second. Kathy Kantara, Megan Yee, and Chris Dollarton. But Kathy has to get out of it, letting Megan and Chris take in. Dylan Poteet's going to move into third. 4 laps to go as they come on through. It's still Daniel Schwab leading, or actually no more, because here comes Chris Dollarton with the help of Dylan Poteet. And Stephanie Naylor, Keon Shaw, winner of Aaron's 499, and Colin Cropley. Vanessa Franzen right there. Dylan Poteet's going to make a move on the inside of Chris Dollarton. We're closing in on the end of this race. Positioning now matters the most. You'd rather be sitting in line and make your move in that last lap. Keon Shaw is going to try to make a 3-way dance for the lead with Dylan Poteet and Stephanie Naylor with the help of Colin Cropley following suit. So Keon Shaw, our winner of the Aaron's 499, has the lead. Proper. Or does he? Here comes Colin Cropley with the help of Vanessa Franzen. Colin Cropley will actually lead a lap. Colin Cropley's now got the number 1 spot for now. 3 laps to go. Connor Breton right there. Johnny Gardner. Now Vanessa Franzen, and it looks like Colin Cropley's going to lose the lead now, thanks to Vanessa Franzen and Johnny Gardner. There's Tim Walsh. 2 laps to go this time by. Still a long way to go. How about Chantel Ibarra got herself into the top 5 now? That is surprising. Chantel Ibarra, who's been dead last, invisible for this race, is now in the top 5. 2 laps to go. Here comes Tim Walsh in the Levi Garrett Lumina. There's Ryan Cooper again. Here comes Chantel Ibarra. Now she's biding her time, saying, you know what, playtime's over. I gotta make moves now, and I'm gonna do everything to take the victory. She passes Tim Walsh. She's got the number 2 spot behind Vanessa Franzen. She wants that points lead. She smells it right now. White flag, 1 lap to go. They come out of the tri-oval to the white flag. Ryan Cooper on the inside as well. They take it. White flag. Ryan Cooper will lead that lap just barely. With the help of John Acosta. Skylin Carlson right there. There's John Dawson, who's long overdue for a win. Eric Matthews right there. Anybody's race. Let's get it on. Ryan Cooper holds it. Here comes the number 2 of John Acosta. Skylin Carlson following suit. John Dawson following suit. John Dawson's going to try to make a move, but John Acosta's got the lead. And they come out into turns number 3 and 4, coming through the tri-oval. Can John Dawson make any ounce of a move? He's going to try for it. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered flag getting set to fly. John Acosta's got enough momentum. John Acosta's going to win the DieHard 500. Finally getting his first win of the season and completing the Dawson family in the winner's circle. Way to go for the number 12 Ray Bestis Buick. Look at the speed, 204.85 miles an hour to win that race. John Acosta gets second by 76 thousandths of a second. Eric Matthews just getting nosed out by John for the second spot. Sasha Dawson, Skylin Carlson, your top 5. Then Haley Summerfield, Chantel Ibarra, Joel Qualls, Vanessa Franzen, and Liam Campbell rounding out the top 10. Then Jackie Qualls, Johnny Gardner, Ryan Cooper, who was there in that last lap but dropped back, Alexander Dawson, Alyssa Kondo, Tim Walsh, Connor Breton, Daniel Schwab, Colin Cropley, and Tim Fiegel. Then Keon Shaw, Zach Carlson, Ryan Acosta, J.G. Noren, Trey Campbell, Megan Yee, Austin Hughes, Kathy Kantara, Stephanie Naylor, James Qualls, Chris Dollarton, Jamie Banks, Jake Cole, Alex Filter, Paige Johnson, Michael Dawson, Dylan Poteet, Dylan Hughes, Aaron Reed, Ray Caster, John Douglas, and Josh Osborne rounding out the field. What a hot last lap that was. And finally, getting a win this year and completing the Dawsons as winners and literally winning a nail-biter, John Dawson gets it. And actually gets him in the top 10 as well. Looking at the point standings now, Alexander Dawson still keeps the points lead, but now it's been dwindled down to 9 points. Johnny Gardner moves up to third with 82 points. James Qualls drops to fourth. Eric Matthews is fifth. Then Sasha Dawson, Ray Caster, Daniel Schwab, Skyland Carlson, and John Dawson. How about 3 Dawson family members in the top 10? Then Vanessa Franzen, Ryan Cooper, Dylan Hughes, Jackie Qualls, Tim Fiegel, Paige Johnson, Chris Dollarton, John Douglas, Austin Hughes, and Jay Cole. Kathy Kantara and Alex Filter. Then Josh Osborne, Liam Campbell, Zach Carlson, Trey Campbell, Stephanie Naylor, Alyssa Kondo, J.G. Norton, Ryan Acosta, Michael Dawson, Colin Cropley, Jamie Banks, John Acosta, Connor Breton, Joel Qualls, Tim Walsh, Keon Shaw, Megan Yee, Dylan Poteet, Aaron Reed, and Haley Summerfield rounding out the field. We've got 8 events left in the series. It's getting hot. It's getting heavy. Let's get it on. The next event will be Sunoco Cup Series at Kansas Speedway. The Banquet Foods 400. We got that. And the return of the Busch Cars coming up